Greetings and welcome to today's presentation. Today's topic is, why is Singapore 27 times richer than Jamaica? They have 22 times more tourists as Jamaica per kilometer square. These are the subjects of today's discussion. Number 1, Singapore versus Jamaica economies and tourism industries. Number 2, how 3 million Afro Americans could turn Jamaica into Singapore. Number 3, the 600,000 Jamaicans who could get full-time jobs in the hotels. 4 and final, using tourism to develop Jamaica's roads network. Singapore GDP was $397 billion in 2021, making it 27 times larger than that of Jamaica. In 2021, Jamaica's GDP was US $14.66 billion, though Jamaica is 15 times larger than Singapore, meaning that Jamaica has lots of scope for development. One can bear in mind that Singapore, along with other former colonies of the UK, were looking to Jamaica for advice in the early 1960s as to how to grow their economies. Now, Jamaica needs to look back at these countries for advice as to just grow Jamaica economy. Singapore was populated by its neighbors, mainly from China. Likewise, Jamaica could increase its population with Afro Americans from the USA, not to mention the Jamaican diaspora from both America and the rest of the world. Singapore also had 19 million visitors in 2019, compared to Jamaica's 4 million visitors in 2019. Hence, Singapore, which is the size of one parish in Jamaica, has 5 times more tourists than Jamaica in 2019. This is something that definitely needs to change if Jamaica ever wants to become a wealthy nation. Jamaica should aim to have as much visitors as Singapore. The US $25 billion ecotourism expansion program is all about utilizing Jamaica's human capital as it is now. That is to use the people of Jamaica to build out Jamaica's basic infrastructures. Now is not the time to have pipe dreams and the wild imaginations as to what Jamaica can and cannot achieve. God already put the skills and the talents in the hands of Jamaicans. This is how God usually works when he is about to do something great. Whether it is Moses with a rod in his hand in Exodus 4 and verse 2, or the boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, St. John 6 and verse 9, or the woman with the morsel of meal in 1 Kings 17 and verse 14. God had already put in their hands what their needs were. It just needed multiplication and or action. Likewise, the Lord is about to bless Jamaica in that same manner. Jamaica tourism industry needs to multiply twice, from 4 million to 16 million visitors. Imagine a small country like Singapore, which is smaller than the mean average parish in Jamaica, having 19 million visitors in 2019 to Jamaica's 4 million visitors. Jamaica has its unique culture, whether that be its food, its music, its churches, dances, or just having fun. The world loves the Jamaican culture. Hence, just invite more people from around the world to come and enjoy our culture. All Jamaica need to do to become wealthy is a massive expansion of its tourism industry. Once the above-mentioned 100 large all-inclusive hotels are built all across Jamaica, then at least 600,000 Jamaicans will be working in those hotels. It is the earnings from these hotels that will be used to build out Jamaica's road networks of both local roads and the National Highways program for the entire Jamaica. Not to mention the health centers and hospitals needed across the country. Jamaica's wealth lies in its people. The government needs to get off its elitism attitude and acknowledge that there are hundreds of thousands of Jamaican adults who are poorly educated and will not be able to join this high-tech fantasy world that the Minister of Finance is pursuing. While 600,000 people could be put to work in the tourism industry, some of these young adults have 40 years before they reach retirement age. They will never make it into the high-tech fantasy world that the Minister of Finance is pursuing. These people need jobs now so that they can feed and school their children properly. Then the Minister of Finance can focus on the primary and high school children to get them properly educated. It is not just for the tourists that Jamaica will be developing for. It is also for the Jamaican diaspora to return home and have somewhere safe to live. Also, it is not just for the Jamaican diaspora, but for other people of color as well, who have gained wealth in the Western countries, but are starting to leave those countries. Some had enough of the prejudice that they have to live with day by day. Hence, they want to move to a country with people that looks like them. Jamaica is next to a country with the wealthiest pool of black people in the whole world. There are over 40 million Afro Americans in the USA, and many have started to leave. A few have migrated to Jamaica, but that trickle could turn into a flood. If the Jamaican government would develop the whole country and not just develop Kingston and Montego Bay. Up to 3 million African and Jamaican diasporas could settle in Jamaica with their wealth. That would be bringing the Jamaican population in line with Singapore, which is smaller than St. Elizabeth, as I have demonstrated in episode 1. In fact, both Jamaica and Singapore had similar population size when they both got independence in the early 1960s. Maybe Jamaica need to get back to equal population size with this tiny country of Singapore. We could also get a US $1 trillion golden bonanza as well, due to the wealth of the 3 million people of color who may choose to resettle in Jamaica. Now, this is part 16 of my current theme. Look out for part 17. And thanks for watching this video. Support this channel. Please click on the subscribe button, share this video, and leave your comments below. God bless you. God bless the Jamaican Parliament, and God bless Jamaica. Until my next video, peace.